Do you hear the people sing? Do they sound like angry men? Well, Les Miserables is full of that. Hello there, I am Russell, and this is my analysis of the musical film Les Miserables. Original novel written by Victor Hugo, which turned into one of the most prominent Broadway stage plays of all time, the movie adaptation of Les Miserables is the story of prisoner 24601, Jean Valjean, who breaks parole to turn over a new leaf. Although he becomes the mayor of a small town, he still escapes the unforgiving Inspector Javert, who vows to capture him and punish him with the law. He then takes in Cosette, the daughter of one of his factory workers he couldn't save. Years later, some students decide to start the June Rebellion to fight for their ideals. Marius, one of the rebels, falls for Cosette, and this leads to decisions to be made as the fight for freedom becomes more and more intense. The film received overall positive reviews and was nominated for 8 Academy Awards nominations, such as Best Picture and Best Actor for Hugh Jackman, winning 3 in the end: Best Sound Mixing, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and Best Supporting Actress for Anne Hathaway. For my analysis, I'll be talking about 2 film techniques in this video, mise-en-scène and sound. Let's dive right into the mise-en-scène of this film, shall we? A prop that was used when Jean Valjean embarks on his parole is the cross. This holy symbol is present as he struggles to find ways to survive. He is seen twice walking in the direction of the cross, as if it is guiding him somewhere important. This lets us draw an assumption that he has reached an important destination when he wanders into a place with many crosses. He is then met by a priest, and we find out that he had wandered into a convent. All these are related to the cross because they are all symbols of Christianity in one way or another, allowing us to draw a parallel. For setting, during the start of the rebellion, the rebels built a barricade in front of the usual meeting place. The tall white wall provides a sense of being trapped between the barricade and the wall, indicating that the rebellion being an ultimatum for them. The 2-path junction behind the barricade could represent the 2 possible outcomes for the rebels, being dead or alive. This tells us even more about the risk of their actions. On a side note, the coffins at the front of the barricade aren't actually subtle. Later, when Jean Valjean saves the unconscious Marius, we can see the tunnels of the sewer splitting in a similar manner as the barricaded street, representing their 2 paths, life and death, showing the perilous situation the 2 of them are in. One wrong turn could lead to their death. Now onto sound. We'll be looking into some scenes that makes use of sound alteration to imply character emotions. First, we'll look into the song One Day More, sung by the majority of the cast, which shows us each character's feelings towards going to the next day.
One day more, another day, another destiny.
Jean Valjean starts the song slowly with a lower pitch, hesitating on some end notes, representing his unease of escaping Javert as he may be caught at any point. The sombre lone cello tells us his reluctance to enter the new day because something may happen to hurt Cosette at any moment.
Did not live until today.
Marius continues the song in a pitch lower than he is used to as the violin increases in loudness and overlaps with the cello, but both remains in a somber tone. This shows Marius' broken-heartedness as he loses Cosette right after they met.
And yet with you my world has started.
However, Cosette joins in with a similar timbre to create a 2-part harmony, showing that they both think of the new day as just a day without their other half. Furthermore, this also hints that their connection is still strong despite being apart.
Born to be with you.
What a life I might have known.
Eponine cuts in, just like her interference of Marius and Cosette's relationship by keeping Cosette's letter from him. Though she has a similar somber tone, she adds a dismal timbre which strikes a contrast with the couple.
Will you take your place with me?
The time is now, the day is here.
Enjolras sings louder and with confidence, representing his determination and eagerness for the rebellion the next day. As a leader, that rouses the spirits of the other rebels, who harmonize with him, providing a sense of acknowledgement and unity. This effect occurs multiple times, which we'll be looking into shortly.
We will nip it in the bud.
Javert's solo has similar qualities to Enjolras, which shows the mature resolve to take down the enemy in the way of their beliefs.
Little dip,
Very little touch.
most of them are gone, so they won't be smart.
When we see the Thénardiers, a familiar impish song is mixed in, a motif that they are not there for a good reason, as we are reminded of their antics back at the inn. The entire cast combines to produce a sonorous harmony, indicating that though they may have different feelings about the new day arriving, they all still face it with their own ways. The film also uses the combination of sounds, in this case voices. The leaders in this scene start singing to uplift their spirits. The others respond by producing a majestic harmony, indicating unity as they start preparations to enter a war of life and death. Later, Gavroche starts singing "Do you hear the people sing?" and the rest of the rebels follow suit, beginning their confidence, resolving to fight to the death. To summarize, we have went through how props and settings help emphasize the story and mood, how altering and combining of sound amplifies the emotion of the characters. In conclusion, Les Misérables shows the courage of people who fought valiantly for what they believed in. I would recommend watching this film because it teaches us that our actions, no matter how small, can leave an impact on society or even leave a mark on history.